Fullmetal Alchemist is an anime adaptation of the manga of the same name. Comprising 51 episodes, it was co-produced by animation studio Bones, Mainichi Broadcasting System, and Aniplex. It was broadcast on Mainichi Broadcasting System, TBS, and Animax in Japan between October 4, 2003, and October 2, 2004. A second television series titled in English as Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood was later broadcast in 2009. The central characters of the anime are Edward and Alphonse Elric, brothers who are searching for the Philosopher's Stone so they can obtain their bodies after a failed attempt to bring their dead mother back to life. Two film adaptations of the manga stories, Conqueror of Shamballa and Fullmetal Alchemist, The Sacred Star of Milos were also produced. Plot: the first half of the anime's plot follows that of the manga, but the plots diverge from each other near the middle of the story. Dante, a former lover of Hohenheim and mentor to the Elric brothers' teacher, is the series' main antagonist. Centuries ago, Hohenheim and Dante perfected methods for making the Philosopher's Stone and achieved immortality by transferring their souls and intellects into other bodies as they age. Hohenheim was eventually overcome with the guilt of sacrificing lives to make the stone and left Dante. Although Dante can still jump from body to body with the last stone she and Hohenheim created, she does not possess the complete knowledge on how to make one. She uses the homunculi to encourage Edward and Alphonse, along with other equally desperate alchemists, to create another complete Philosopher's Stone for her. When Scar creates the Philosopher's Stone, he infuses it into Alphonse's metal body, which leads to Alphonse's kidnapping. Edward goes and tries to rescue him, but is killed by the homunculus Envy. Alphonse uses the Philosopher's Stone to revive his brother but disappears in the process. Dante tries to escape but she is killed when the homunculus Gluttony, whose mind she had earlier destroyed, fails to recognize his master. After being revived, Edward risks his life to bring back his brother and finds himself in a parallel world, while Alphonse recovers his original body. Determined to reunite with Alphonse, Edward becomes involved in rocketry research, intending to use that technology to return to his home world. The story concludes in the film adaptation Conqueror of Shamballa, in which Edward's search attracts the attention of the Thule Society, which seeks to enter his home world Euro, which it believes to be Shamballa Euro, to obtain new weapons to help them in World War II. Dietland Eckhart, a member of the Thule Society, enters the other world and tries to destroy Amestris. She is defeated by the Elric brothers, who decide to stay in Germany. Production: during the development of the first anime, Arakawa allowed the anime staff to work independently from her, and requested a different ending from that of the manga. She said that she would not like to repeat the same ending in both media, and wanted to make the manga longer so she could develop the characters. When watching the ending of the anime, she was amazed about how different the homunculi creatures were from the manga and enjoyed how the staff speculated about the origins of the villains. Because Arakawa helped the Bone staff in the making of the series, she was kept from focusing on the manga's cover illustrations and had little time to make them. Broadcast and release: the animation studio Bones adapted the manga into a 51-episode anime series. It was directed by Seiji Mizashima, written by Shun Ayakawa and co-produced by Bones, Mainichi Broadcasting System and Aniplex. Character designs by Yoshiyuki Ita. The anime premiered on Mainichi Broadcasting System, TBS, and Animax in Japan from October 4, 2003. It ran until October 2, 2004, with a 6.8% television viewership rating. During the making of the anime, Arakawa was present in meetings to advise the staff about the world of Fullmetal Alchemist, though she did not write for the television series. The series has been released as 13 DVDs from December 17, 2003 to January 26, 2005 in Japan by Aniplex. During January 2009, Bones released a DVD box archives of the anime. It includes the first anime of 51 episodes, the film, the CD soundtracks, and guidebooks from the series. The English-dubbed version of the anime was produced by Funimation Entertainment and debuted on the Adult Swim block of the United States cable channel Cartoon Network on November 6, 2004. Canada's YTV began airing it on March 3, 2006. In the United Kingdom, the anime was broadcast by Rapture TV and Anime Central. Animax Asia broadcast the series in the Philippines, India, and South Asia. Funimation Entertainment released the series as DVD volumes between February 8, 2005 to September 12, 2006. Funimation later re-released the series into 2 DVD volumes in 2009 and again in 2010. In the United Kingdom, MVM Films distributed the first 8 volumes of the series. However, Funimation gave the rights over to Revelation Films. In Australasia, Madman Entertainment released the series in 2 DVD volumes. A series of 5 original video animations were also released. Most of these are side stories and do not expand on the plot. In March 2006, a DVD featuring these OVAs was released in Japan as Fullmetal Alchemist, Premium Collection. Funimation acquired and dubbed the Premium Collection in late 2008 for English release. The DVD was released in English on August 4, 2009. Films: a film sequel to the first anime, Fullmetal Alchemist the movie, Conqueror of Shamballa, was produced by Bones and premiered in Japanese theaters on July 23, 2005. The film follows Edward Elric's attempts to return to his home world, having lived for 2 years in our world Euro, which exists in a universe parallel to his own Euro, while Alphonse is equally determined to reunite with his brother. Funimation Entertainment released the English DVD on September 12, 2006. Soundtracks. The music for Fullmetal Alchemist was composed and arranged by Miki Iwashima. TV animation Fullmetal Alchemist Original Soundtrack 1 was released on March 24, 2004 in Japan. The CD has 33 tracks, including several background sounds and the first opening and ending theme songs. Although never released officially, a version of the Russian track Brothers from this CD has been recorded in English by Vic Mignogno, who played Edward Elric in the English dub version. TV animation Fullmetal Alchemist Original Soundtrack 2 was released on December 15, 2004 and contains 30 tracks. TV animation Fullmetal Alchemist Original Soundtrack 3, released on May 18, 2005 contains 27 tracks. Fullmetal Alchemist, Complete Best and Fullmetal Alchemist Hagane's song file are compilations of the soundtracks that were released in Japan on October 14, 2004 and December 21, 2005, respectively. A bonus DVD, exclusive to the US release, contains a music video for Nana Kaitade's Indelible Sin. Fullmetal Alchemist the movie Conqueror of Shamballa OST, which contains 46 tracks all of which were used in the featured film Fullmetal Alchemist the movie, Conqueror of Shamballa was released on July 20, 2005. During December 2004, a concert titled Tales of Another Festival was staged in Tokyo and Osaka. It featured performances by several musical artists from the television series and narrations by the voice actors. A DVD of the concert titled Fullmetal Alchemist Festival Tales of Another was released in Japan on April 27, 2005. Other 3 art books titled The Art of Fullmetal Alchemist, the anime were released in Japan. Only the first was released by Viz Media. An art book from the second anime titled Fullmetal Alchemist Official Drawing Collection was also released in November 2010. A series of 5 fan books titled TV Anime Fullmetal Alchemist Official Fan Books, each containing information about the anime and several interviews with the staff of the series. Additionally, a series of 4 guidebooks about the second anime series was released between August 2009 and August 2010. An anime character guidebook called Fullmetal Alchemist Anime Profiles was released in Japan and in the United States. Reception: the first Fullmetal Alchemist anime premiered in Japan with a 6.82% television viewership rating. In 2005, Japanese television network TV Asahi conducted a top 100 online web poll and nationwide survey. Fullmetal Alchemist placed first in the online poll and 20th in the survey. In 2006, TV Asahi conducted another online poll for the top 100 anime, and Fullmetal Alchemist placed first again. the first Fullmetal Alchemist won in several categories in the American Anime Awards, including Long Series, Best Cast, Best DVD Package Design, Best Anime Theme Song, and Best Actor. It was also nominated in the category of Best Anime Feature for Fullmetal Alchemist the Movie, Conqueror of Shamballa. The series also won most of the 26th annual Animage Readers' Polls. The series was the winner in the Favorite Anime Series, Favorite Episode, Favorite Male Character, Favorite Female Character, Favorite Theme Song, and Favorite Voice Actor. In the Tokyo Anime Fair, the series won in the categories Animation of the Year, Best Original Story, and Best Music. In the About.com 2006 American Awards, Fullmetal Alchemist won in the categories Best New Anime Series, and Best Animation. The second film, Fullmetal Alchemist, The Sacred Star of Milos, won 3 awards at the Burbank International Film Festival. IGN named the first anime the 95th Best Animated Series. They said that although it is mostly upbeat with amazing action scenes, it also touches upon the human condition. They described it as more than a mere anime, and a powerful weekly drama. The IGN staff featured it in their 10 cartoon adaptations we'd like to see feature, with comments focused on the characterization in the series. The character designs have been praised. Critics said they are different from each other. Samuel R. Bogast of theanime.org said the flashback sequences were annoying. Laurie Lancaster of Mania Entertainment called the plot wonderful, and said it is a bit of a tragic coming-of-age story mixed in with the Odyssey. She wrote, "There is enough action, drama and comedy mixed in to keep most viewers interested. This is one of those anime series that is likely to become a classic." Maria Lynn of AnimeFringe.com said the show's themes are held hostage by a constant attempt at excessive sentimentality. She criticized the ending, saying that, the end of the anime, no character has changed from how they were in the beginning. There have been no revelations. Even as the show tries to show that the Elric brothers are coming into their own as they pursue the stone, they're really not, because they keep on making the same mistakes over and over again without pausing to consider a fundamental change in their ideals. The adage of the soldier and his acceptance of losing his leg is lost on them. Reviewers praised the soundtrack of the first anime for its variety of musical styles and artists, and the pleasant but not too distracting background music. Vision Japan said the first opening theme and the first ending theme are the best tracks of the series. References. External links, official Aniplex Fullmetal Alchemist website, official Adult Swim Fullmetal Alchemist anime website, official Anime Central Fullmetal Alchemist anime website, official Madman Entertainment Fullmetal Alchemist website, Fullmetal Alchemist at Anime News Network's Encyclopedia.